Okay, this is round 1 of the current league. Going first, I'm playing StifleNought, mixing it up here. Can't just let people automatically know what I'm playing. This feels like the feels like the only deck that's good enough for me to switch away from the usual for. Everything else just feels like I don't know, it just feels like a step down, especially when paired with my relative inexperience with the other decks. I've just put in a lot of time with Survival Rock. Alright, so let's find my second land, and hopefully I can just play a Dreadnought and kill them immediately. Alright, then I have to shuffle, any order, yes, and I have 2 shots at drawing a land. Alright, hit it, good. Bird of Paradise, that is a good start for me to see. Right, play the Dreadnought, stifle the trigger, and we'll see what they've got. I have a good feeling about it, though. Looks like Survival Rock. Alright, yeah, therapy is fine. Yeah, Dreadnought is definitely in a strong position going first in game 1. Just a real shortage of answers on their side. And yeah, even just going out of their way to play Bird of Paradise on turn 1 instead of going immediately for the therapy is super risky. Yeah, now I untap and I have, in addition to Counterspell and Misdirection, also Vision Charm. So this really should be over very shortly. If they flash back the therapy, I mean, probably just the right move to misdirect it back at them. I don't need the Parallax Tide at all. Yeah, why open the door here? And, interestingly, while they do get to name the card, the hand gets revealed regardless, so I get to see what they have. This would probably be a good time to concede if they don't have an answer, because they could leave some doubt about whether it's regular rock or survival rock. Yeah, it's survival rock. Okay. They've got a rain attain, but yeah, I've got counterspell. And thanks to the fact that I misdirected that Cabal Therapy, they can't even buy a turn by. Well, never mind. The Arrange Chain is on their turn, so the Vision Charm still would have been sufficient on their own because I'd get it back immediately. And yeah, that just kills them flat out because they can't play the Rain Attain if I counter this. Alright, a little bit of lag, that's probably the concession. Nice. Okay, 1 down. That went very smoothly. And against that deck, I want a couple Annul. I don't want Chain of Vapor. I want Mishra's Factory. And they have a lot of stuff to kill my stuff with, which would add some utility to Factory. Daze is probably not good enough. Number one, because they have so many ways to see it. Number two, because they generally just make a lot of mana. I could play Powder Keg. That would be okay, I guess. It's inefficient, though. Maybe I should just play Factory. I don't know, so many walls, though. But actually, I mean, so much of their offense can actually be stopped by a Mishra's Factory. So, yeah, I feel like I probably should play them. Do I want a single misdirection, or would I rather have a Powder Keg? Misdirection definitely is of limited usefulness, but I mean, so is Powder Keg. So I don't know. It's good against like Tempting Worm and stuff. If I get that keg going, maybe I can kill more than one card at the same time or whatever. But misdirection helps against Naturalize. I could use Mishra's Factory to give it something to misdirect to if it's, or like I don't know, if I'm lucky they have like a survival. Definitely don't want two misdirection in my deck though. So having one, then having the nulls. A null is not the greatest because of their discard and the fact that they may or may not be boarding out Recurring Nightmare, but I don't know, survival is so strategically important, and the cards I take out are just not super good, so I'll submit it like that. Unfortunately, having won the first game, even if they grind me out and beat me here, I get to go first in the next game, which, I mean, I have a pretty good chance of just rushing them, and then it ends quite abruptly. Do I want to keep that or no? I feel like I do want to keep that. There's a lot of grinding and discard and whatnot. Looks like they mulligan to 5. That's going to be a problem for them. I mean, there's a chance they could slip past a survival, but even then, if they're bottlenecked on mana, I can get them pretty bad. Hypnotic Spectre. Yeah, that's a problematic card. I really wish I had a counter for it. Oh, huh, all right. Um, hmm. How do I want to do this? They have 2 cards. They probably don't have an answer. Do I? So I'm probably going for it. And do I probably. Let's see. If I use the Stifle, then they can kill it immediately if they have an answer. If I use the Vision Charm, then they can go for it during my upkeep. And then I can maybe impulse into a foil. Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah, let's go for that. But yeah, turn 2 Hypnotic Spectre on the play is a really good start against this deck, provided they have something to back it up with. Like the chains are gone. And I do believe that taking out the chains is correct, so I don't know. Yeah, they got my Stifle here, which is kind of a pain. Oh, there's my foil without even looking for it. That's pretty handy. Getting with the attack. And do I even play anything, or do I just want to maximize my odds of keeping my foil? I definitely don't want to play an island. If I played a land, it would be the factory, because I don't want them taking my island and then killing something. And yeah, if I just keep it like this, then they only have a 1 in 5 chance of hitting the foil, and even if they do, I can maybe impulse into another foil. So I'll just end it now and see what they do. Probably nothing on my end step. It would have been right to go for it during my upkeep. Alright, so they're just drawing their card, getting with the Spectre. They have to get pretty lucky here. Let's see what they hit. Alright, that's a miss. I think we're good. Wall of Blossoms. Yeah, I'm not so greedy that I'm going to counter that. They can live a little bit longer. Alright, I can play Impulse here. Gush seems like the card. I will attack. I'm going to eat both their creatures. Alright, puts them at 1. So, notably, they can't make any colored mana with Landwar Waste, which will limit them in a pretty big way if they get survival. Now I'm going to go for the Gush. Just draw some more answers, perhaps. Yeah, nice. I'm going to Portent the opponent. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's see, Smother at the bottom, and then Dress second, and Forest on top. That is good enough for me. So I'll play my land and end my turn. And even though playing the land does increase the odds that they hit foil, I feel like I don't want to put myself in a totally awful position if they have an answer, though I really don't think they do. I feel like they would have attempted it by now instead of letting me put them at 1. And actually, I'm just going to stifle that. Why take the chance? Just sort of pick the card instead of making it random. I've got lands and a foil. That really should do it. Tabi Rainatane. Nope. And yeah, they better have another answer. Right, that's it. Awesome. Nice, smooth start to the league.